What's up, y'all? It's your girl Rene, and this is Activism across the globe, okay, across the nation. I hope that y'all are doing well this fine Sunday. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Rene, and this is the National Plus Coalition's platform. All right, this is Plus Productions that you're seeing me on, and this is Activism across the globe. This is news for those that are activists in social justice and those that are, wanting to be actively involved in what's going on in the world. We are across the nation, but we're also across the globe, of course. We concentrate on the things that are going on here in the United States, but there are things going on in other countries. And we also report on those things when we find them out. If you've been here before and you're coming back, thank you. I appreciate you for coming back and to, see what's going on in the world. I haven't seen you guys for 2 weeks, and it's definitely been a lot going on, okay? If this is your first time here, or if you've been here before and you haven't yet, please be sure to add the National Plus Coalition and the Plus Productions platform. That's the platform you see me on now. And please make sure that you add me as well, okay? You can add me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the J Rene. That's TheJayrene, okay? How have y'all been doing in these last 2 weeks? Many of us already know that the world is going absolutely crazy, right? There's been a lot going on. There's been mass shootings, one at a supermarket in Buffalo, and then we had a shooting at an elementary school in Texas. While we're here, let us take a moment to remember those that have lost their lives and those that were injured. And please let us send up a prayer for their family members, of course. Just a moment of silence. Now, besides it being an extremely traumatic event, senseless, cruel, and all of these words, we can't help but to notice the differences when it comes to the apprehension of those that commit crimes against the people. Okay, we had this young man that took it upon himself to go into a grocery store and target minorities. He did that, okay? Taken alive. We've seen it a lot of times. And for those that might not understand what the anger comes from is Black and brown people are killed for so much less. We have this young man that went into this place and did this calculated murder of these people, and he was taken without a scratch on him. But then you can have a brother who has his hands up doing everything the officers say, and they get murdered. And it is murder. So that's the issue that people have with it collectively. We're not saying that this man should have been shot. We're not saying he shouldn't have been shot. We're just saying that there's a clear difference when it comes to the apprehension of people that have committed crimes or allegedly committed crimes, or even people that they just think. You can't just walk down the street anymore. We found that out in the Elijah McClain incident where they killed this young man. He wasn't doing nothing but minding his business. Okay. Let me continue. Please excuse me. So my activist tip, I like to give a tip at the beginning of every show, and I have two of them. Okay. The first one is to concentrate on what matters. Okay. There's going to be so many things that are going on around you that don't mean anything, that aren't worth concentrating on. And it's going to seem like they are. They might piss you off or anything like that. They're going to get your attention. But we have to focus on what matters. And what matters is the pursuit of justice. What matters is the power of the people. What matters is our voices and getting things out there and taking care of things and handling our business. Those type of things matter. These petty things, these foolish things, they don't matter. I swear they don't matter. And because they don't matter, we can't give it too much mind, because the more we concentrate on that type of stuff that's going on, we don't have the ability to concentrate on what's really going on. So mind what matters. My second tip is being mindful of what you're sharing. Be mindful of what you're sharing on your platform, and be mindful of what we're sharing with each other. Everything isn't for everybody to see, and you want to at least at the bare minimum put something out there that's saying, hey, viewer discretion is advised. Okay, over the last couple of weeks I've got some videos and some pictures of things that I could have went my whole life without seeing. Okay, and I haven't shared those things on my platform because that's just, I'm not into that, man. Once you see something, it's inside your brain. You know what I mean? So we got to be mindful of what we're putting in watching. So just be mindful of what we're sharing with each other. Make sure that you're letting people know viewers' discretion is advised, or let them know what's going on before they just click it and then they see something that they can't unsee. Okay? So be mindful of, or, pay attention to the things that are really important, and be mindful of the things that we're sharing with others. Okay? So let's go first with who we should add, right? I always have that. So of course you want to add the National Plus Coalition, all right? And you want to add Plus Productions. They're one and the same, but we have two different platforms. Plus Production is where you'll see all of our shows and things like that. But the National Plus Coalition is where you'll find all the things that we're doing in the activist world, the social justice world, wrongful convictions, and everything like that. So you want to make sure that you add both of them. And of course, you want to add me if you haven't already, the J Rene. But who else do we want to add? So State versus Us, all right? State versus Us is, they highlight high profile cases, wrongful convicted stories, and they also talk about the corruption in the system in the police department. But it's definitely not limited to that. They talk about the successful stories of the formerly incarcerated. They give the success stories of those that are still incarcerated but are doing their thing, okay? If you want to link up with them, you want to add them on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can see right here. And if you can't see, let me let you know what it says. For Twitter, it's State versus Us. That's US. Okay, versus is VS. On Instagram, it's State versus Us. STATEVSUS. And on Facebook, you just look up State VS US Magazine. You can also reach out to them at State vsusmag@gmail.com if you have a story. If you're trying to get a copy, just go to State versus Us Mag. That's State VSUSMAG.com to get your copy of the magazine. Also to add, all right, the Bayview, all right, more journalistic efforts out there about our people and what's going on with us. All right, this is the San Francisco Bayview. It's the national Black newspaper. Okay, she does a live show Monday through Friday. It starts at 9 Pacific time. All right, that is what, 12 our time? Hold on, no. Yeah, that's 12 our time. Definitely want to check out that show. She always has guests on there. She's talking about the news that's going on in the activist world and the abolitionist world. So you definitely want to tune into them and add them on Instagram at SF Bayview. Okay, SF Bayview. All right, so the Urban Law School, somebody else you definitely want to add. You can find them on Facebook under the Urban Law School. I've been hearing a lot of great things about them. The brother that put it together, he's someone that I do converse with periodically, and he is trying to help the people. I've been hearing awesome things about the work that he does, and he has people that are prepared to help you or your loved one with their case. They're the ones that go into those law books and see what's going on. They're the ones that look over your loved one's case and see how they can be assisted. So you definitely want to check out the Urban Law School, okay? And you can find them on Facebook under that name. Somebody else you want to add, I talked about them the last time I was here. That's Society First. Okay, you can go to their website at society-first, you want to spell out first.com. They're doing awesome things down in Florida. You definitely want to check them out. And of course, Prison Riot Radio. Okay, that's a platform that I created with two other brothers, Kwame Dutch Teague, the writer, and a brother named Sequence. All right. And this platform is another vehicle for the voiceless, for those that are incarcerated and formerly so. With this platform, we make sure that we give those voices to those that didn't have one before. All right. So you definitely want to add us at prison_riot_radio, and you'll be able to link up with us on Instagram. Or you can go to prisonriotradio.com and check out our website. So how y'all been doing, man? I don't know how my reception really is when I'm looking on the top of my screen. It looks like my bars is kind of low. Hopefully I'm not too choppy and that you're getting this information. I hope that y'all are taking care of yourselves out there with the things that have been going on in the news. It's a lot to process emotionally and mentally, even spiritually. So please make sure that you're taking a deep breath, that you're taking a step back, that you're unwinding, that you're taking some time to unplug from what's going on. Because it's a lot, man. It's a lot on the heart. I'll even say, like, this past week and a half, I have been emotionally drained and emotionally charged. You know what I mean? Because it's just so much going on. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself and taking a moment to step back from it all. And you can do that. Don't feel guilty. You got to take a step back and take care of yourself. So make sure that you're doing that in the midst of everything that's going on. So let's talk about some good news. We want to talk about good things that's happening because in doing this work, man, sometimes it can seem like you're getting nowhere. So we want to take a moment sometimes to acknowledge the things that we see happening that are good, that are for the greater good or for the people. So let's do that. So, about maybe 3 weeks ago, I was telling you about a case about a woman her name is Melissa, how you say it? Melinda Hutchinson. She was a counselor at Washington State Penn. I had heard from many of the people there that there was an issue. So we had put together a phone zap. So I would like to let y'all know that that phone zap definitely was affected. Okay. Melissa has been moved from her position. Now she has been put somewhere else, but she's been put somewhere where she has less responsibility. She has been removed from the position that she was over these guys being racially discriminatory, being just evil and cruel and just, I don't even know the word for it, but she has been moved. So I want to thank everyone that participated in those phone zaps, everybody that shared the information. We made those calls and it was effective. Okay, phone zaps are important. Making those calls are important. So we definitely appreciate y'all for being a part of that. So let's go into some of the things that's going on, right? You know, it's a lot going on. All right, this sister here, if you keep up with this show, you will remember that I had her on this show. Okay, her name is Brittany Martin, and she is currently a political prisoner. All right, she is locked up in South Carolina behind executing her freedom of speech rights. Okay, now this is something I want y'all to think about. Now, when it comes to this protest game, most of the people that we're protesting against, they don't want us protesting. They want to violate our rights. And this is, in my opinion, and the opinion of many others, a violation of her rights. The thing that they're trying to say that she did so bad was standing on her freedom of speech. She said that she was prepared to die for being black. And she asked, were they prepared to die for the blue? They're trying to say that she was trying to incite a riot and scared off some other people. But, my personal opinion, that's not true. I think that this is something that they're doing against her because she is a loud voice in South Carolina and beyond when it comes to the wrongdoings of police stations, police, and what the offices in the machine. She fights against the machine in a major way, and she makes a lot of noise. They sentenced her to 4 years. Okay, it's absolutely outrageous. There are people that are actually committing crimes that have gotten less time, and they did this to her. Okay, we need all hands on deck for this situation, for this political prisoner. And to add insult to injury, she is currently pregnant. Okay, she is 4 months pregnant. She might be about 5 months now. And they locked her up. They definitely knew this. There's body cam footage of the incident. None of the body cam footage gives any weight to what they're trying to say that she did, that she was threatening people. Absolutely ridiculous. If you would like to get involved with this and support her or find out more how you can support her, make sure that you text 914-655-4993 and just type in we're going to type in Brittany for that. Okay, Brittany. And I will send the information straight to your phone. I will send you all of the articles. I will send you the platforms that you need to link up with to become more involved, and the Cash App if you want to give a donation, because we are trying to assist in the legal representation of her. Again, if you want to find out more information about that or to become actively involved, please text 914-655-4993 and text Brittany, or you can reach out directly to the National Plus Coalition, all right? And their number is 888-806-6748. That's 888-806-6748. But we need all hands on deck for that. We will be working on a phone zap. We're working on that. We're getting everything together, and we'll also be having email zap. So if you are interested in making calls, if you're interested in making emails, if you're interested in sharing, please make sure that you stay up with that so we can tell you how to get involved. All right. So we have a little girl. Her name is Mercy McGurr, okay? And she is from Kenya. She is trying to have a surgery. The surgery is very important for her life. She's trying to have the surgery by July 30th. If you are interested in donating or finding out more about little Mercy and her situation, I definitely urge you to reach out to me, 914-655-4993, and just text Mercy, and I'll send you all the information, okay? They're trying to raise 25K by July 30th so that she can have this surgery. All right, she needs this transplant. It's very, very important to her. So if you would like to get involved with that, please just text Mercy to 914-655-4993. All right, more news. This news right here, all right. The family of an unarmed 13-year-old shot by the Chicago Police Department filed a lawsuit, and rightfully so. The mom says that the teen may be permanently paralyzed. Okay, he is currently paralyzed right now. Her name is Sierra Corbett. Okay, we don't have the young man's name. He is a minor, but they shot him. It says he reportedly was complying with the orders of the police officers. He had his hands up and everything. Okay, and he was, let me see, he had his hands up and he was still shot in the back and he was complying. All right. Now the officer has been fired, but of course the family is looking for charges. Rightfully so. We have to make sure that we are continually to hold these cops accountable, because the lack of accountability is the reason why they continue to get away with their crimes, the reason why they feel so comfortable doing the crimes that they're doing. So if you would like to show support to this mother and her 13-year-old son, or if you would like to know more about it, please text 914-655-4993 and just text 13. The number 1313. If you text that, I'll make sure that you get the information straight to you, because that's absolutely ludicrous. We have to make sure that we are holding these officers accountable, okay? Now, this is another case. I didn't know much about this case, but I looked more into it. All right, there is justice still being sought for Jimmy Atchison. This particular flyer is in remembrance of his mother. His mother passed away, and she passed away before she got to see justice for her child. But they are still pursuing justice. Her loved ones and those that are still in the fight are still pursuing justice, okay, and carrying the torch for Jimmy Atchison. So Mr. Atchison, he was murdered by police as he hid in a closet. There's no charges pending. There's nothing going on in this case, but still fighting. If you're interested in getting involved in this case or learning more about it, just text, you already know what I'm going to say, 914-655-4993, and text Jimmy. Text Jimmy, and I'll make sure that you get all the information that you need on that particular case. Man, America's something else, ain't it? I want to talk to y'all about what's going on in Africa. Now, in Africa, more specifically, Nigeria, they are under complete distress. Right now, it is being reported to me personally, from someone that's boots on grounds there, a brother that is Nigerian, He's from there, and he is, he's a journalist for me over there. And in Nigeria, over the last weeks, they have been, and I mean the Muslim population there, or those that are saying that's what they represent, have been shooting, killing, and burning down the businesses of Christians in the area. And it is open season on men, women, and children. I've been sent videos, I've been sent pictures, very distressing, disturbing, disgusting of what is happening there. And yes, they are also violating and murdering children, women, children, old, young, men. They don't care. They don't care. Um, it's a lot going on with that situation. I personally won't be showing any of the images on my platform. Like I said, I'm not into it, man. It is as bad as it sounds. Now, the issue that's happening there is the police and the government there know what's going on, but they're not doing anything. So people are being murdered left and right, and nothing is happening because of it. Many say that the government over there is allowing it to happen, I want y'all to give me 1 second. I am going to play a video for y'all. And in this video, it is talking about something that's going on in a facility with a man that needs our assistance. Okay, I have to run and take care of something. So I'm going to play this video, and I will be talking about it when I come back and talking more about what's going on in Africa.
But there again, I don't...
Hold up. Let me see your leg one more time. And you say the doctor said and it hurts to walk because of your diabetes, right? And she won't give you...
The incision hurt.
Yeah, because I see it's been amputated.
When I put pressure on it, they begin to hurt.
Wow. And they won't get...
Something I couldn't deal with.
It just hurts
an
sometimes.
issue that I feel like they ought to...
But a walker will help though, right?
Right, because I can sit down halfway to chow. I can sit down for...
Oh, wow.
If I just stop for a matter of less than a minute, it stops hurting and I can continue.
No, his whole leg, his foot, half his foot is amputated because of diabetes. And they won't help him. They won't give him a walker that'll stop the pain, at least numb the pain. And they took you to the infirmary. How long you was over
there? Okay. I'm not really sure what happened there. The video was much longer than that. It seemed to be cut short. But long story short, with that particular case, that man, he has an issue with he got his foot cut off, right, because of diabetes, and it causes him a lot of pain. And the facility that he's at is refusing to give him proper care. He had to get a cane from somebody else that was gracious enough to give him a cane, and all he really wants is a walker. I'm working on a phones app on that particular case so we can get him some assistance and get him some relief. They get thousands of dollars to take care of people's health care. And the fact that they can't even get this man a cane is absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to play the video one more time. Hopefully it'll play all the way through so y'all can see what's going on. The video isn't more than a couple of minutes. Let me see if I can get it to play again.
But there again, I don't...
Hold up.
Let
me see your leg one more time. And you say the doctor said and it hurts to walk because of your diabetes, right? And she won't give you...
The incision hurt.
Yeah, because I see it's been amputated.
When I put pressure on it, they begin to hurt.
Wow. and they
It's
won't
not
get,
something I can't deal with. It's just
it just hurts
an
sometimes.
issue that I feel like they ought to
But
address.
but a walker will help though, right?
Right, because I can sit down halfway to chow. I can sit down for.
Oh
If I
wow.
just stop for a matter of less than a minute, I'll stop smoking and I can continue.
No, his whole leg, his foot, half his foot is amputated because of diabetes, and they won't help him. They won't give him a walker that'll stop the pain, at least numb the pain. And they took you to the infirmary. How long you was over there?
I'm not really sure why it's cutting off, but I think y'all understand what's going on there. That brother definitely needs our help. If you're interested in finding out more about that brother and how you can be involved in the phones app that we plan on doing on his behalf, you already know what I'm going to say, right? 914-655-4993. Or you can reach out directly to the National Plus Coalition at 888-806-6748, or you can email info@ thenationalpluscoalition.com. That information about that particular gentleman came from us from the Urban Law School. They have been finding out a lot of things first, a lot of things on the beat. The people respect them, so we want to definitely give shouts out to them for keeping us informed about what's going on. So let me double back to Africa. I apologize for the disruption. It was something going on, a little bit of an emergency, but I got it figured out, so please excuse me. But yeah, man, they over there tripping in Africa. And the craziest thing, right? The craziest part of it, and not even, let me stop that. It's not the craziest thing. Something that is blowing my mind is I didn't hear nothing about this on any news channels. It's not trending on my timeline or nothing. If I did not know this brother in Nigeria personally, I wouldn't even probably be talking about this, because we're not seeing it. And it's going on in Ukraine, how it was shoved down our throat. But when things happen in Africa, we don't hear nothing about it, man. Ain't nobody crazy, stupid, or slow. It's sad. It's very, very sad. If you want to be involved in what's going on in Nigeria, if you want to know more information, I can send you links to what's going on. And if you just want to help and figure out how you can help, you can definitely text 914-655-4993 and type, put Nigeria, the information to go straight to your phone about what's going on. I got a headache, y'all. I do. It's so much going on in the world. It's like, where do you start? All we can do is start with ourselves, right? We start with us first, and trying to be right, trying to be good people and right people. We start with that. And then if we're so inclined and we have it in us, we reach out outside of ourselves and we try to help others and give them voices and be their voices. But it's a lot, man. Like I said, it's a lot on your soul. It's a lot on the heart. It's a lot on the mind. When it comes to the healthcare, we got this one brother that they won't even give him a walker. Walkers are not that expensive. They get thousands of dollars, right? So if they're getting thousands of dollars to give towards healthcare, and people's healthcare is not right, where that money going? It don't just disappear. They stealing it, man. It's being stolen. Someone asked. We got Tina Marie. It says allow me in. That was like 5. What was that? 5. Not too long ago. I'm not sure what you mean, Tina. What you would like to help with the phones apps? All you got to do is hit us up when we got you. You can paste it in the comments or type in the comments what you mean by that. But it's a lot going on, man. It's so much going on, and this is just a slither of the things that's happening. And I'm not talking about like a splinter you get in your finger. Like, it's even smaller than that, because there's billions of people in the world, right? And this is just a smidgen of the things that's going on in it. It's so much going on. So let me see what else is going on. I had hoped to have a guest, but unfortunately they couldn't make it. I did a show not too long ago about the 10 and 2 law again in Louisiana. Came to find out it used to be a 9 and 3. So you're saying, what is that? So you know, on a jury, you have 12 people. And in most states, it's law now that when it comes to capital murder or death sentences and stuff like that, everybody has to agree that this person is guilty. Well, in Louisiana, built on white supremacy, they made it at first where it was 9 and 3. That way, you could have 3 people on there or so that were black, and their vote wouldn't count. So it didn't matter what's going on. It helped to get their convictions. And then they changed it to 10 and 2, which isn't much better, especially when you have somebody's life on the line in such a major way with capital murder and, death sentences are on the line. But they still have this 10 and 2. So I got to sit with a brother named Mark, very, very knowledgeable. He has been locked up for over 25 years. And he was telling us about the 10 and 2. And it goes even deeper than that, that they're not trying to assist anybody that was messed over by this. They're not trying to make anything retroactive to where they could be given a trial again or even set free. So they're trying to stick by their white supremacy, and that's disturbing. It's not alarming anymore. Nothing is alarming me anymore because it's just so blatant and in our face that it's not even alarming. But that's what's going down in Louisiana. But let me see here. I'm trying to still reach out to our guests to see if they can come on. Something else that's going on. Bell County, please not let me forget them. Bell County, Texas. I have been speaking to mothers. I had been speaking to a mother that stayed there. This is Texas. This is right by Killeen, by the military base, right? Bell County has lost their damn mind as well. Been lost their mind. Another town known for racism has been throwing away the youth, young black boys. Okay, we had Jordan Hampton, who is facing capital murder charge with no physical evidence that he is the person that shot the soldier that was murdered and killed. Okay, they're trying to send him up the river. Then we had another brother, Amorion Brown, who was harassed as a minor, still a minor if I'm not mistaken, or just shy of being one, harassed by an officer that said, "I'm going to get you when you turn 17." An officer following this young man around, harassing him, harassing his friends. They have him incarcerated right now for a crime with no physical evidence. He wasn't even there. This same officer, his name's Officer Moore. Bell County has lost their mind. If you're interested in finding out more about Bell County and what's going on there, please reach out 914-655-4993 and just text Bell, and I'll send you all the information. I'll send you over the interviews and things like that. Absolutely have lost their mind in Bells County, man. Let's see what else is going on. We're gonna go on down the timeline and see what's happening. Y'all been taking care of yourself. Life has come at you fast, don't it? My whole situation has changed. But we must adapt and move on, move forward. Let's see what we got going on here. So the Justice Department is to conduct a review of law enforcement's response to the Texas school shooting and make their findings public. From what I've heard, these people, the police, waited while this stuff was going on. Waited for about 20 minutes before they activated. Explain that shit to me. Explain that to me. I know cases of officers, as soon as they hit the ground, they shooting people and they don't even know what the hell's going on. But it took y'all 25 minutes to figure out what y'all was going to do with an active shooter in an elementary school. Make it make sense. It don't make no sense to me. Nobody going to be able to make it make no sense to me. So that's what's going on. All right, so this is more news. A retired federal agent was one of 6 people to receive notice of the Buffalo shooter's plan to slaughter black people 30 minutes before the attack took place. They all met and had communicated through a hate site. Let me let me run that back to you one more time, okay? A retired federal agent was one of the 6 people to receive notice of the Buffalo shooters' plan to slaughter black people 30 minutes before the attack took place, even if it was 3 minutes. They all met and communicated through a hate site. Authorities believe the former agent, believed to be from Texas, was one of at least 6 individuals who regularly communicated with accused gunmen. Peyton Gendron, in an online chat room where racist hatred was discussed. Right? The 2 law enforcement sources with direct knowledge of the investigation stated these individuals were invited by him to read about his mass shooting plans and the target location about 30 minutes before he killed 10 people at Top Markets on Jefferson Avenue, May 14th. So I want y'all to remember that just goes to show that just because these people have these jobs don't mean that they deserve them. How can you be a federal agent, right? How can you be a federal agent and know that this is going on and not say anything? And you don't say anything. You don't alert nobody. You don't say anything because you're with the bullshit. You're, like they said, it was a site for racism. They didn't say anything. So hopefully these people be charged because they deserve to be charged. Let's see what else we have. Absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely. And then, like, we notice the differences when it comes to the apprehension of black people versus white people or Hispanics or anybody. All right, I'm going to just be honest with you. All right, we just going to put it out there. We notice the difference. And this is just what I believe personally. There's others that might not. I can't even say this is a thought of the National Plus Coalition. This is a J. Rene thought, okay? It's hard to kill people that you can relate to. It's hard to kill somebody who looks like your aunt, your sister, you know what I mean, your grandmother, your son, your nephew. They can't relate to us. Now, this is a deeper conversation that can go when it comes to the relatability and the ease of killing those that you should be able to relate to, because it's much, much deeper conversation that can go there. But when it comes to white officers that you see that treat people differently, it's hard to shoot somebody that looks like your niece. It's hard to shoot somebody that could be your nephew, that could be your cousin, that could be your brother, your uncle, your grandfather, your mama. They don't relate to us. Some of them are scared of us just because we're black, just because of something they might have been through. This just goes to show that police officers need a more strenuous, to be a police officer shouldn't be easy, man. They should be in your business. They should know if you was bullied in the 5th grade and by who and how you reacted to that shit. Some people become police officers so they can have power and feel like they have power, some over all people, some over a group of people. And that's just the real thing, man. Police officers aren't vetted enough to become police officers. That's my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion on that for sure. Let's continue to see what else is going on. Absolutely crazy that this happened. They're talking more about the people that knew about what was going on. What is this? This is about gun laws. There's a lot of gun law stuff going on. I don't have a real stance on that, but I do think that citizens should be allowed to have firearms. I want mine and I want to keep mine. And if I want more, I want to be able to purchase them. The issues aren't the guns, it's who we're giving them to. Let's see what else is happening. A retired federal agent was privately supporting the white supremacist terrorists in Buffalo. Has he been arrested yet? Speaking of arrest, let me bring this up because I haven't talked about it. Speaking of the differences, this young lady right here, y'all remember this case, right? Seen dripping in blood. She wasn't charged. She didn't have no due process. As you can see here, for those who can't see, all right, it says Cleany is now in therapy from the incident. She's grieving and completely devastated. It's a tragedy that a young man lost his life, but this was self-defense, and it has impacted her life as well. Now, there has been discrepancies when it comes to that because many are saying that she was the abuser. I guess we'll never really know since she wasn't charged and had due process like many others would have, right? It's hard to charge women that look like your daughter, could be your daughter that you could relate to, that could just cry, right? I'm like, oh, you poor soul. Did they even investigate? How did they know it was self-defense? Because she said it while she was crying? This is the issues that we have, right? Because we can see the blatant differences. I was talking to I believe it was Brooke. She the president of Plus. Shout out to Brooke. She was doing great things. And she was talking about how something similar happened, but this woman was found guilty. And it was a video of the man that she killed beating the hell out of her. And she still got charged. These are the problems that we have. How we tackle those problems, that's a different show. But we see the issues. We can't act like they don't exist. People say, oh, just comply with the police. Baby, that's something that get on my nerves because we can't comply and people still get shot and killed and murdered, lied on by these crooked police officers. But we the crazy ones. We the ones tripping. Let's continue to see what else is going on. It's a lot going on out here, y'all. Let me see here. Okay. Sorry for the background noise, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me find what else is happening. Society to concerns. Excuse me. There's something else that I've seen. It's been a law change when it comes to being able to bring your wrongful convictions to federal court when you have when your legal representation was the problem. It's a law that just passed with that. I'm sorry I'm not prepared to have that for y'all, but it is a law that just passed. Let me see. Let me bring it up so I can read it to y'all directly. But we got to make sure we're paying attention to this legislation stuff because a lot of times they're not screaming it from the rafters. It's something that we got to look for. So do know that anytime I find out something that's going on, I will be sure to share it with you guys so that y'all will know. But this law does affect some people. It might affect some of your loved ones. So let me see if I can bring it up here. I'm having connectivity issues, but let me see here. I'm gonna find it. But yeah, that's a new law that just went through. And it's weird. It's always weird to me when they don't want to allow people to help themselves, man. It's like if their representation was bogus, they deserve a new trial. Like, why would you make it harder for them to get a new trial to be straight? Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get that at all. I don't get it, and I don't respect it. Let me see if I can bring this up. I see I didn't post it on my own page. That's all right. We're going to get it, though. Find out what I did with it. But I definitely want to make sure I read this law to y'all, or this new thing. I apologize for not having it readily available. I actually had slipped my mind until I was just sitting here talking to you guys. Let me see. Let me see here. Oh, man, I can't find it. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what happened. I felt like it was something I just posted not too many days ago, but I can't seem to find it. But please be sure to look it up. There is a new law that is out, and they are saying that they're switching up the process to be able to bring your stuff in front of a federal court when your legal representation got it wrong. So y'all definitely want to make sure. Just Google it. It should pop up. I apologize for not having that info for you. I was thinking that I'd be able to have it readily available, but I can't find it. And I know I posted it. And you know that's gonna start making me. I'd be paranoid. I'd be thinking they out to get me and stop what I got to say. So until I find it, the powers that be took it down, and that's just how I'm gonna feel about that. Because I just posted it a few days ago, and nobody crazy. Well, I might be a little crazy, but I know what I did too. But I don't know where it's at, y'all. I apologize for that. But make sure y'all Google it. Hopefully, y'all will be able to find it. Let me see what the comments talking about. What you say? Yeah, it's crazy. She has a way. Right. I agree with you. I agree with you, Lulu. There should be the way that the things are being ran now is absolutely it needs work. It needs a lot of work. And that's why we're here, right? Us activists, those in social justice, advocates. That's why we're here because we are zeroing in on the problems and we're trying to make a difference. So we're going to keep continuing to do that. I'm going to look one more time for this law because I want to find it. I know it shouldn't be too hard to find now. I'm gonna think they done. I'm gonna think they trying to get me. And they do that. If you don't know, they do shadow ban and stuff like that on Instagram and Facebook to where nobody can see your posts and all of that. Posts that disappear on you. It's a real thing. So you ain't crazy. Don't think you crazy. Let me see if I can find them. I gotta look one more time at least. I don't know where that's at. Aha, I found it. Supreme Court guts lifeline for prisoners who claim wrongful conviction. Let me bring that up for y'all. Yep, that claim wrongful convictions. Decision bars federal courts from hearing new evidence not presented in a state court as a result of ineffective legal counsel. Let me read that to y'all one more time. This decision bars federal courts from hearing new evidence not presented in a state court as a result of ineffective legal counsel. So this is something that the Supreme Court is doing, man. On Monday, the gutted constitutional protections that for years have provided a federal lifeline to innocent prisoners facing prolonged incarceration or even execution following wrongful convictions stemming from poor legal counsel given to them by the states. I kind of chopped that up, so let me read it again. The U.S. Supreme Court on Monday gutted constitutional protections that for years have provided a federal lifeline to innocent prisoners facing prolonged incarceration or even execution following wrongful convictions stemming from poor legal counsel given to them by the states. In a 6-3 ruling, the newly dominant right-wing majority of the nation's highest court barred federal courts from hearing new evidence that is not previously presented in a state court as a result of a defendant's ineffective legal representation. So that means if your lawyer sucks and they don't present the evidence the way that they should, you no longer have a lifeline to take your stuff to federal court to get your stuff overturned because your representation was trash. How heartless is that? How heartless is that? I don't get it. It's just like I don't understand the inability to make retroactive those that have been affected by messed up laws and situations in the past. Just like I don't understand that they try to put a cap on how long you have to turn in evidence to prove your innocence when you're incarcerated. If you're incarcerated, how can they say, oh, you waited too long to turn this in to prove your innocence? You incarcerated. You can't run around and get this stuff. You are literally hoping that others assist you with maximal potential so you can get your stuff. It might take months. It should not be legal for a judge to turn your stuff around because it didn't come in what they consider a timely manner. What is a timely manner when it comes to proving your freedom? What if I can't get hold to evidence for 2-3 years. You're trying to say you're not going to take it because it's not a timely manner. That don't make any sense. That don't make any sense. But yeah, that's what they're doing. The decision, the Supreme Court's own precedent and a move that the three liberal justices called illogical and perverse. I agree. Absolutely ridiculous there. Let's see what else is going on. I got y'all for a few more minutes. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Let's see what else we got. Mm-mm-mm. Absolutely ridiculous. We got okay, it says Nancy Pelosi's husband was arrested for DUI. Okay. Isn't that something? Kyle Rittenhouse is acquitted of Kyle Rittenhouse is acquitted of all charges in the trial over the killing two in Kenosha. I think we already knew that. Let me see. No, this is something that's showing up right now. I'm not sure what's going on in the news with him. Let's see. Um, they're saying how his crying and sad look on the stand is what got him off with these crimes. Being relatable, right? 1 second, y'all. It's looking like it's Texas. So yeah, it says that 2 kids went missing. Um, the police weren't helping them, and the mother pinned their phone. That's an ability in the phone to an officer's house. I'm not really sure where this happened, but that just goes to show, and it's got to remind us that these police officers aren't these special people that are made and created that to do the right thing. They are regular people that go and take these jobs, and sometimes they don't deserve the jobs. Absolutely ridiculous. If you want to know more about this officer that has reportedly kidnapped some children or had kidnapped some kids, reach out 914-655-4993 and text kidnapped, and we can discover that together, because I don't know the details. This is just going down the timeline and seeing what's going on. It's a lot going on out there, y'all. And we got to be mindful. We got to stay on top of it. Okay, I want to thank all of you so much that are out here in the fight already. It takes a lot of intestinal fortitude, a lot of spirit, a lot of heart, a lot of your personal time, to be into this work. That's why I want to make sure that y'all are taking care of yourselves while y'all are doing it. Make sure that y'all are pacing yourself and placing yourself. Okay, pace yourself. You can't do everything. You can't be everywhere. And place yourself in positions where you can maximize the help that you're giving. If you can't give 100% to something, man, Leave it alone and pass it on, or pass the word to somebody who can. Remember, these are people's real lives. These aren't just moments. These aren't a list down to them. This is their family member that is affected, that they think about every day. That's deceased, that they think about every day. So don't make them just be checklists. Don't make them just be objectives and things that check off a block. These are real people with real emotions and real things going on with them. So if you can't tap into them in a real way, leave them people alone, man. Just share the information, because it's that's hurtful. You're there and you're doing something for somebody, then you disappear. That's not fair to them, you know. So and it's not fair to yourself, because there's a lot of guilt that can come with that. So just pace yourself and place yourself, right? Remember my first tips in the beginning of the show: focus on what matters, man. Let's not focus on this bull crap, because it's a lot of it. It's a lot. Listen to the things that I told you today. Those are real serious things we should focus on. Don't focus on so and so shoes. Don't focus on he say she say. Don't focus on what somebody over there got going that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. All right, we got to focus on what matters, because as long as we focusing on the crap, we can't focus on the things that we need to conquer and destroy, which is white supremacy and inhumane situations. You feel me? And also be mindful of what you're sharing. Be mindful of the images and the videos that you're sharing. Give people disclaimers like, hey man, I'm about to send you this video. This is what it entails. Don't make it a surprise. Nobody should be waking up at 7:30 with a message from you and they clicking on it and it's some bullshit. And I'm just being honest. Now, it might not be your bullshit or they bullshit, but nobody wants to see certain stuff early in the morning. You done messed up their whole day. Give people disclaimers. Let them know what's going on, because we got to take care of each other. Not only we got to take care of ourselves, we got to take care of our brothers and sisters that's in this fight. You know what I mean? We got to take care of each other, because everybody else is looking up to us and looking for our help. To everybody else, we got capes on, and you know what I mean? And we on top of the hill. So we got to take care of each other, because sometimes we have our low moments too. Sometimes we need a break. We need a moment. We need a breath of fresh air, and that's okay. We got to do that for ourselves, because if not, we're not going to be all right. Okay? So I hope that y'all enjoyed y'all week. We have another week ahead of us. Okay, make sure y'all are taking care of yourselves. Please, if you haven't added us, please make sure you do. You want to add the National Plus Coalition, and you want to add Plus Production. That's the platform that you see me on and hear me on right now. Okay, not only do we have this show, we have Second Chances that'll be back in September. We have the guys show. You know what I mean? We also do seminars and things like that are really awesome. If you haven't been lucky enough to see any of them, check us out. I think that you'll be pleasantly surprised and happy with the things that you find. And of course, you want to make sure that you add me. You want to add me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook under the J Rene. That's TheJayRene. Okay, make sure that y'all add me so y'all can keep up with me. I'll be doing some things. I'll be doing a little bit. I'll be out here trying to do some things, but I appreciate you all. Keep up the hard work. Keep up the good fight. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and make sure that we're taking care of each other. You are all highly appreciated, okay? It's your girl, and I'm out. Next time, if I'm not here next Sunday, I'll be here the Sunday after. I appreciate y'all very much. Y'all enjoy y'all week.